Lord, I ask that you throw your weight around. Let everyone under the sound of my voice this morning be quickened by the power of your word. I decrease that you increase. Release upon me an anointing that makes preaching easy. All to the glory of your name. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Shake 3 persons and tell them, I will be better than you. Job chapter 1 verse 8. Job is before Revelation. I did not say sit down, I said Job. Job chapter 1. Job is before Revelation. In between Genesis and Exodus. Behind Proverbs. At the back of Matthew. Job is before Psalm. After Esther. Job chapter 1 verse 8. Are you there? Yes. If you are there, shout there. Yes. If you are not there, say wait for me. Okay, if you are there, let's read together with the voice of thunder. I want to go. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job? That there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feared God and escheweth evil. Verse 9. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Doth Job fear God for naught? Has not thou made an edge about him, and about his house, and about all that he had on every side? Thou hast blessed the works of his hand, and his substance is increased in the land. 11. But put forth thy hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will cause thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power. So Satan went from the presence of the Lord. Amen. Let me preach to 7 persons. Ask them a question. Can God boast about you? I'm not satisfied. Professors, leave your seat and look for 7 persons. Ask them, can God boast about you? This morning by saying that whoever or whatever God cannot boast about, he cannot boost. When we say boast, what do we mean? To boast about something means to say something with pride. To say something with so much exaggeration. To speak about someone, to speak something with so much ego, with so much though as it is, with so much exaggeration, with pride. And we were told from the place we read that Satan appeared before God in the book of Job. The Bible said the children of God were gathered and Satan was there also. And I said to us in one of our services that God actually created Satan. Satan is a child of God. But it became Satan because it used to be called Lucifer. Lucifer is not a bad name. Hello? Lucifer is not what? A bad name, is a good thing. Lucifer means brightness. It means what?
Brightness.
Brightness. But today, when we call somebody Lucifer, they insult you. Not because the name is bad, but because the person bearing the name has a bad attitude. So your attitude can make people choose not to answer your name. Even if it has a good meaning. And the Bible says Satan was there also. He became Satan when he raided against God. And Satan came and wanted to mock God. And he said to God, out of all the children you have created, out of all the people you have made, who among them can you boldly pick out and say, this one loves me for me and not for what I will give to them? And God replied the devil and said to him, have you considered my servant Job? Have you considered my servant Job? Job was not the only one existing that time. There were other people who were in church like you. But God looked at the church and picked just one man. Who was called what? Who was called what? Job. Who said Job? Job. Have you tried Job? That is to say, Satan had tried so many persons and they failed. And God said to Satan, you go and try Job. There's one man called Job. I don't think you have tried him. Go and try Job. And when the CV of Job was opened in the heavenly places before God, Satan said to God, is Job not serving you because you blessed him? In other words, the reason why Job is serving you, the reason why Job is humble, the reason why Job still goes to church is because you have blessed him and placed an edge over him. When I look at that place very well, I discover that what holds the blessings of God in a man's life is the edge God puts around them. That is why the Bible says that he that breaks the edge, the serpent will bite. Over your family, at this juncture, I want to prophesy over your life, over your business, over your health, over your destiny. God shall put an edge. I said God shall put an edge. God shall put an edge. In this anointing service, I came to put an edge over your finance. I came to put an edge over your relationship. I came to put an edge over your business. I came to put an edge over your wife, over your husband, over your children, over your destiny. I prophesy, no weapon fashioned against your destiny shall prosper. They will not prosper. They will not prosper. For you don't serve a dead God. You serve a mighty God. He's the same yesterday. He's the same today. He's the same forever. When God says yes, no man can say no. When God lifts you up, no man can bring it out. God is on your side. Power is on your side. Favor is on your side. Grace is on your side. Lift your hands and shout fire. Tell seven persons there is an edge over me. You don't understand? Satan has been wanting to attack Job, but anytime he comes to Job's house, he sees an edge. He sees what? An edge. Anytime Satan wants to attack Job's finance, he sees what? An edge. Satan was the one telling God, is it not because you are blessing and you have placed an edge? Can you bring that scripture for me? Bring it out. How did Satan know that there was an edge? He has been trying. Some of you would have died a long time ago, but when the attacker came, they saw an edge. Alamo elibra abola. And your marriage would have been destroyed by now, but when the destroyer came, he saw an edge. Tell somebody there is an edge. Look at what he said in verse 10. Has not thou made an edge? You can see the edge is different color. You have made an edge about him, about his house, about all that he had on every side. Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance increased in the land. So how can I touch a man that you have placed an edge over? The money is not coming because you are smart. It's coming because there is an edge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There are powers that wanted to take your life in the womb, but when they saw an edge, they could not penetrate.
Yes.
That is why the only thing that can remove the edge is sin. So that's why Satan cannot attack you if the edge is still in place. See, he that what? Breaks the edge. The serpent. Why? Because when the edge is removed, it gives the serpent access. How many of you know that the serpent represents the devil?
Yes, sir.
In the book of the beginnings, we were told that the serpent spoke to Eve, and we were told that the serpent was what? The devil. Whatever that has removed the edge over your life, by the mercies of God, I repair the edge. The edge over your finance that was removed as a result of sin. The edge over your marriage. The edge over your wife, over your husband, over your children that was removed. I repair it. If you put your hands to this altar and shout amen, that edge is repaired. That edge is repaired. That edge is repaired. That edge is repaired. Demonstratively tell somebody there is an edge over me. I'm not satisfied. you to do it to. Tell 7 persons there is an edge. Demonstrate it. Welcome in them. There is an edge. I love the edge. Sit down. And God looked at the devil and said, you have really done your assignment. You have done your own work on this guy. Satan went before God prepared. He had all the information of Job in his hand. He said, God, I have tried this man, but anytime I try to go close to him, I see a wall of fire. And God said, so what do you want? He said, just remove the edge. Let me deal with Job and let's see if Job will not curse you. Let's see if Job will not leave church. And God said, no problem. I give you permit. I give you what? If you carefully look at that passage, you will discover that Satan cannot do anything to you without the permission of God. Yes. He cannot what? Without the permission of God. Some of the things you are going through now, God actually permitted the devil. Yes, sir. God don't tempt people. Now Satan, he dey give permission to tempt you. He said, just give me permission. And God said, go ahead. I said, let's see. When I take his wealth, when I take his health, let's see if he will still call you God. And what happened? From that moment, things began to go bad for Job. And we live in a world when something evil happens to a Christian, they say it is because of a sin he has committed. But not all afflictions are sin oriented. Not all affliction are sin as a result of sin. There are some affliction that are God permitted. Am I talking to somebody? Yes, sir. And when I began to study, I discovered few things. I'm not giving a point yet, but I just want to tell a few things I discovered. The first thing I discovered is that genuine Christianity is known in adversity. Yes, sir. Genuine Christianity is not known in prosperity. It's not known in abundance. It's not known in plenty. It is known in adversity. talking to somebody?
Yes, sir.
There are two kinds of believers in church. There are those who praise God and they are happy. And there are those they don't praise God at all. And the one that is praising God, maybe the reason why he or she is praising God with all joy is because when she or he remembers their account and what is inside, it gives them joy.
Yes, sir.
They are not clapping because of the sound of the music. Something is in them is telling them 50 million, 50 million, 50 million. Like account, like face.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right,
And there is another brother there. The praise singer or the praise leader is saying, clap your hand, my brother. And the brother is saying in his mind, if you know what they do me, you're not going to say make a clap. Am I talking to somebody?
Yes, sir.
These are believers who are controlled. Their joy is controlled by material things. Your capacity is known in adversity. If they are to ask you why do you love God, some of you would I love him because of what he's doing. And hear me, any love that has a reason is not love, it's business. Because genuine love is baseless. I just love him because I love him.
Yes, sir.
Any love that has materialistic reasons is not love, it's business. I love you because of your fine face. What if they pour acid on that face? I love you because of your straight leg. What if she has accident? Will you still love her? I saw a man who married a handless girl.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is love.
Yes.
Because normally, you will not open your eyes and marry a handless. Who will cook? It's baseless. For God so loved the world. Why? We don't know. And he did. Am I talking to somebody?
Yes, sir.
And that is kind of love God wants us to copy. The Bible says, let the love of Christ be shed abroad in our hearts. Not the kind of love that the world system has to offer. Are you still there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, adversity has a way it reveals your identity. It has a way it reveals the real you. It has a way it reveals who you really are. Am I talking to somebody?
Yes, sir.
There are people around you you will never know until you try them by not giving them. One of my daughters came to, no, one of my sons, he's a footballer. He came to me one time and we were just praying and the Spirit of God said to me to tell him not to send anything home for Christmas. And I told him, which he did. You need to see the heart of people. What did they not talk? Adversity reveals who people really are. Can you still kneel down and pray when God has not answered your last prayer? Can you still lift your hands in poverty and say you are worthy? Any child that leaves house because there is no food is not a child. Was never a child. Do not serve God because of what He can do for you. Serve God because there is no other God to serve. We live in a system, we live in a world where people serve God with plan B. I stayed in this church for 2 months, nothing happened. Not move. Businessman. John chapter 6, from verse 66, we were told that Jesus had close to over 200 disciples following him. Please pick up that scripture. But when something happened in the ministry of Jesus, there was just a little shaking. The shaking was not even as a result of sin. Maybe they caught the pastor doing something. They caught Jesus with a woman inside one hotel. No. Jesus said something. He gave them I called it a hard teaching. Something they could not understand. And we live in a world whereby when people cannot understand you, they criticize you instead of asking you questions. What you don't understand, don't criticize. Rather, ask. Ask. And the Bible said in verse 66, what did it say? It said, from that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him. They hold Jesus, the Son of God. And a boy broke your heart one time. Eh? One of my daughter and me now came to my office. I said, Daddy, there's this guy, he loves me, and he said he wants to marry me. I said, really? I said, okay, let's give him a test. Then you are HIV positive. He said, Daddy. I said, okay, just let's see if he really truly loves you. And invited the boy to the office. The guy sat down, was speaking phone. Instead of calling me pastor, I said, Pastor. Give that in pastor. I actually love the daughter, and I said, no problem. I said, my daughter. I said, yes, Daddy. Have you told him the news? He said, no, Daddy. The guy looked at me and said, what news? Come on, baby. Come on. Break it out. And my daughter looked at him and said, actually, I wanted to tell you, but I don't know how to tell you. But now my pastor said I should tell you I am HIV positive. You guys go, hey, man! I saw him moving up and down. I said, young man, what's it? He said, sir, I'm not going again. I said, what's the problem? You don't go again, just like that. But I thought you said you love her. He says, no, this one, this. I said, my, you see? And there was another family, Mr. Zeke. You know Zeke in Usuka. were still doing boyfriend and girlfriend, and they were planning to marry. Said to him, I am HIV positive. And the man looked at him. Huh? I said, you are HIV positive. He said, we are HIV. So, HIV positive, marry, nothing to us. Love. And the man said to me, I love my wife more than the sickness she had. That is love. Even in hard time, they stick with you.
Yes, sir.
I spoke to one of my pastor friends here in Istanbul. He said, I saw one of my members in your church. I said to him, emoji, in this ministry field, no pastor get member.
Yes, sir.
Don't play them, even me. Do this one, all of you that are seen here now. No pastor get member.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow they can wake up one month and get another revelation.
Yes, sir.
And something tells them go to somewhere. So, no pastor. As I said that, he said, I said, swallow. Eh? And one day I was going through their official Facebook page. I was going through it. I saw some of you. Look at their head. I saw some of you there. And I said, you see what I tell you? This one. I'm a member. We don't get member. So that God allows some shaking in some ministry to tell you that those people who are telling you, sir, I'm lawyer. They call you, sir, as I'm talking to your phone, I'm on my knees now talking to you, sir. Just to show to you that I'm lawyer. When shaking comes, then you will know that okra is different from okoro.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me, my God.
And the man, I love that man so much. He said, I told my wife, is it not HIV? We will fast and it will die. And God in heaven will say, this one is love and is support. HIV! Disappear. And they are married now. That is one man I saw in Usuka with an unshakable faith for God. Nothing shakes him. Nothing shakes him. Those are the kind of Christians I want to associate with. Am I talking to somebody?
Yes, sir.
In adversity, you will truly know who is your disciple. When something happened some time ago, one Billy girl came out and said, her name is Otogo. And her father-in-law did some of you were already going back. The Bible said they went back. They didn't follow him anymore. Eh?
Yes, sir.
You are not a disciple. You are disciple. An example of a disciple was the servant of Saul. In a battlefield, Saul was fighting. He was fighting along. When they discovered the kid Saul, the guy carried the same sword and stabbed himself and said, since my master is not alive, there is no need for me to be alive. Jesus, I love you. Jesus, I love you. Jesus, I love you. When they shake, they go. Stop saying you love him in plenty. There are so many money devotions that have stopped because there is no money. You only praise God when you have. You only worship God when you have money. You only come to church when all is well. But when all is not well, God becomes an enemy. Look at somebody by your side. They don't follow God because of gold. Follow God because because he is good and there is nothing else to follow. He said they followed him no more. Not knowing that the same Jesus they rejected, as at that point was the same Jesus that was going to judge them. And that was going to give them permit to either enter heaven or go to hell. Be careful how you close the doors of relationship, because one day you will need that same door again. So true Christianity is known in what? In adversity. There is no way you can follow Jesus well if you still have a plan B. In Luke chapter 9 verse 62, the Bible said, whosoever that has placed his or her hands on the plow should not look back. Because if they look back, they are no longer fit for the kingdom. They went back. Peter asked a question. He asked Jesus in John chapter 13 verse 37. He said, Jesus, why can't I follow you? Why can't I follow you? John 13:37. And Peter said unto him, Lord, why cannot I follow thee now? He said, I will lay down my life for thy sake. And there was something wrong then in the life of Peter. Peter was following Jesus, but at the same time, Peter was wordless. That is why, if you look at the place we read, here we said a lot of people went back. In the next verse, we were told that Jesus looked at the remaining 12 disciples. He said then, said Jesus unto the 12, will ye also go away? What did they say in 68? The answer is there. Then Simon Peter, that same Peter, answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go? For thou hast the words of eternal life. So what God wants to inculcate into your spirit is not miracle, it's not prosperity, it is love. Because where love is the foundation, trust becomes the roof. Love, the first thing God wants to inculcate in us is love for Him. Because if we can love Him enough, there is nothing that will happen to you in this world that will make you separate yourself from Him. Even in poverty, you hold on to Him. In sickness, you hold on to Him. All these things are tests. Am I talking to somebody? Yes, sir. And he said to the 12 who were remaining, are you not going also? He said, we are not going because you have the word. They didn't say because we saw you doing miracles. He said because you have the word of eternal life. So the reason why those ones left Jesus was because they were wordless. As a Christian, if you are wordless, you are useless. How much of God's word is residing in you? Because that is what will keep you in time and seasons of trials. You don't truly love God until you love His word. You have an uncommon appetite for God's word. You study God's word like it's food. Jeremiah said, I found the word and I ate it, and they were life to my spirit. The word. What God wants to give you is not money. What God wants to give you is His word. Because the word of God is the foundation for every other thing.
Right, sir.
A wordless Christian is a useless Christian. You don't read your Bible. So when there's a little shaking, you go off track. Because you are wordless. And I've discovered that if what brought you as a Christian to Christ is miracle, you will not stay in one church. Eh? If what you are looking for is miracle, you didn't join church because of the revelation you had from God. Am I talking to somebody?
Yes, sir.
There is no way you can have one pastor. There are some of you that you are here, oh, you are here. Only you have close to 15 pastors. 15. As a Christian, you are not permitted to have more than one pastor who pastored your life. And that's why you are praying. Father, as I'm praying now, I call on the God of Apostle Joseph Suleiman. I call on the God of Oyedipo. God is confused. Which one among them are you following? I hear some of you give testimonies, and I'm surprised. Where do you learn all these things from? You have a pastor in Nigeria. You have a pastor in not Nigeria. You have a pastor in Edo State. You have a pastor in Sokoto. You have a pastor in Kano. You have a pastor in Kaduna. You have a pastor in Abuja. All the 36 states, you have pastor. You have a pastor in Cameroon. You have a pastor in America. Only you. No wonder there is so much traffic in your life. You go, this one talk, this one talk, this one talk, this one talk, this one. We no longer know which one is the voice of God. Am I talking to somebody here?
Yes, sir.
The word. God says, I will give you pastor after my own heart, who shall teach you knowledge. He didn't say who will give you miracle. It is the word of God in you that produces the miracle you want.
Yes, sir.
I love miracles. I've seen miracles happen in my ministry. I love the prophetic. It happens like breathing here. But prophecy without the word in you will not come to pass.
Oh, yes, sir. Right on.
The word of God is the soil to which prophecy grows.
Yes, sir.
Can I say that again?
Yes, sir.
The word of God is the soil to which prophecy, miracles grows. Job was so solid when it comes to the word of God. That was why even when the flesh came to him and said, you want to die, what is your problem? He said, don't worry, I know my Redeemer lives.
Yes, sir. I hear.
I do what?
No.
I know my Redeemer liveth. And God said, this kind of person, I can boast of this kind of person. This kind of person that can still praise me, even when they don't have anything in their hand. I can boast of this person. Look at someone closely. Ask them again, can God boast about you?
Can God boast about you?
And I said to her, and I said to us, that Satan has a limit to which he can go concerning you as a Christian. God said to the devil, touch his word, but his soul, do not go there. Satan has what? A limit. That is why you see, despite all the things you have gone through, you are still standing strong. You are still alive.
Yes, sir.
Because God has not given the devil permit to take your life.
Yes, sir.
That is why I speak to your destiny.
Receive.
You will not die this year. You will not die next year. You will not die until Jesus comes. Because God has not granted Satan that permit. Tell 7 persons, Satan has no permit to take my life. When Satan threatens you with death, threaten Satan with the word. You have a bad dream. Somebody was trying to kill you. Reply that dream with the word. Satan, you have no permit. The only thing you can test me with, you can touch my finance, no problem. You can touch everyone but my life. God has not given you that, but you have a limit. Am I talking to somebody?
Yes, sir.
So if you are a member of this commission, a called son and daughter of Apostle Joseph Suleiman, you have no business whatsoever with death.
Amen.
Please don't die here.
Yes, sir.
Rather, even what is dead, come back to life.
Yes, sir.
Satan has a limit. So whatever you are going through now, stop complaining. It may be God testing you. Because not until God tests you, He cannot trust you. It is the test that gives birth to the testimony. God said, Job is somebody I can boast about. What did God see in Job that made him say, I can boast of this one? Everything I've been saying was you were just fun. Number one, Job esteemed purity of the heart more than the prosperity of the hand. Job esteemed purity of the heart more than what? The prosperity. There are people today, a little favor, they lose their consciousness for God. They lose their consciousness for their pastor. That's how you see that when you call your pastor. Pastor, I have a seat for the church. $5,000. Can you come to my house and take it? I was chatting with one of our members in the church. I was chatting on WhatsApp. He said, sir, can you stop chatting with this line? Let me give you a line that you. So he sent me the number. I saved it and I looked for the number on WhatsApp. It was not there. So I called him again. I said, well, this number is not WhatsApp. He said, yes, sir. Then you can be calling me. He said, me? Call you. And I deleted the numbers. Sharp. He has money, very rich. But with prosperity, is not the reason why you can no longer humble yourself before God, then you are on your way to destruction. Am I talking to somebody?
Yes, sir.
Job was the richest man in the East, but he still upholded God in humility. Because if you are humble in prosperity, it means your salvation is genuine. You are really born again. Have you not seen some persons? Small 20 million, they ran mad. They ran mad. And some of us, the reason why we are actually asking God to bless us is not for a good reason, but for us to carry out our evil plans.
All right, sir.
And like them on here, not these Turkish girls. And God is okay. You see your life? You are actually praying for money so that you can do evil. And God can't sponsor that, my brother. But eventually you saw somebody in the club that shut the club down. And you are wishing, like them when I will do pass this one. No problem. Some of us, we don't know what is alcohol. But the moment God gave us little blessing, we now have favorite drink. Favorite alcohol drink. Some of us, why we need prosperity is actually for showmanship. We want to show. There is nothing like God and the kingdom work in our agenda. And you must understand, I told you that God checks heart before he increases height.
Yes, sir.
So if you are here, you are not seeing something evil in your heart. That if God can bless me, this is the evil thing I will do. Repent now. Delete those negative things and begin to have good plans for the money that is coming. If I have money, I will build a church. I will buy a church for God. Those are the kind of thoughts that attract blessings, kingdom blessings. Any thought that comes from your heart that is not kingdom oriented cannot prosper. God prospers you based on your thought. I was talking to someone and he said to me, sir, I want to go and collect one money on Friday. I asked the person, how much? He said, up to about $80,000 or so. I said, okay. I said, so what do you want me to do? He said, I should check whether there's police. Pastor, that's one. So you think the prophetic gift upon my life is to check for you? You that you will collect the money, you will not remember. And I wanted to pray, and I said to him, okay, I will check. What are you going to do for God anyway? So when I check, there are actually many that have the money. Story, different story. I said, see this one. Almost I don't pass that road. He says, I don't want to. He said, I will just leave the church. When I calculate what he said he wanted to give to church, it was tight. 250 euro. I laugh. I look at the church project. The project we have at hand. Only Cyprus alone. As we spent close to 900,000 naira. And I thank God for one or two faithful sons here who God used. And I wonder, some of us, I don't know how you picture me or how you see me. I know you more than you know yourself. I can begin to tell you what is in your accounts one by one here now. But there are some things that are not necessary.
Yes, correct.
There are members here, they are modified. But their hands are like this before God. Your own fire is useless. I must tell you the truth as your pastor. Nothing like God in mind. God is outside the picture. God is pushed aside. Don't worry. I should say you have esteemed prosperity more than the kingdom.
All right.
There are people, they gather all they can and sit on the can. Not knowing that if God decides to blow one whistle now, you are gone. And somebody else will inherit that money. Are you still here?
Yes, sir.
God bless you, and you get to a point, you begin to talk to God as your mate. Psalm 30 verse 6, David said, in my prosperity, I shall not be shaken. In my prosperity, I shall not be shaken. God is not my mate. My prosperity will not change my attitude towards God, but rather it should increase my service to God. What did Jesus say to Peter when he saw him in the book of Luke chapter 4? At the water side, Luke 5 or so, at the water side. Peter said to Jesus, he said, go far from me, because I'm a man that is full of sin. But prior to that time, we were told that Peter could not catch fish. How many of you know that story? He could not catch fish and he was frustrated. And Jesus came into the scene and said to him, do this and you will get fish. And Peter said, at thy word, I will. And he did, and he enclosed multitude of fishes. And the next thing Jesus said to him, he said, follow me. Does that make sense to you? After blessing me, now you are saying follow me. That is to say, when God increases you, he expects you to love him the more.
Right.
God's blessings for your life should not take you away from him, but rather it should draw you more closer to God. Hosea chapter 4 verse 7, he said the more they increased, the more they sinned. Any blessing of God that you channel to sin is a blessing wasted. What did he say? He said, as they were increased, so they sinned against me. The more money they had, the more sin they committed. The more money they had, the more havoc they committed. So there are some of us, God need to take our money so that we can be normal, so that we can make heaven. Are you still here?
Yes, sir.
How do you esteem the prosperity of the heart, of the beauty of the heart, more than the prosperity of the heart? Be an outreach. Be a giver. You are blessed. God actually blessed you so that you can be a blessing. Am I talking to you?
Yes, sir.
Muslims sponsors mosque. Christians sponsor club. Alcohol. Whatever denomination you are coming from, be a blessing to the work of God. They mention a project, let your money go there. Let God be able to look from heaven and say to himself, I am proud of this one. Ask somebody, can God boast about you? I know there won't be too much ever offering in this service, but the message should be passed.
Yes.
Let God be able to look from heaven. God is believing so many of us here for the success of some projects, for the word of God to be spread abroad. Be a blessing to the kingdom of God. Am I talking to somebody?
Yes, sir.
Because in life, if you are greedy, you will soon become the needy. Look for a project in the house of God and be a blessing in that area. Sir, we pay electric bill every month. Leave that one, sir. I will handle it for God. Okay, sir, we pay water bill every month in this church. Leave that one, sir. I will handle it. Internet bill, leave that one, sir. I will handle it. Let God be able to look from heaven and boast of you. And lastly, before we pray, the second thing I saw in the life of Job, Job discovered that as a man, you can lose all you have in one day. Let me tell 3 people, you can lose what you have in one day. No matter what you have, you can lose it in one day. A man in millions can lose all to an ailment, to a sickness. I told you a story. One time we were praying. Papa was doing counseling, so some pastors and myself were praying. And we saw a car in convoys came into the church. And the next thing we saw hefty men with Ghana must go, loaded with money. And they carried one man on wheelchair. He was looking so dry. And came. And Papa came and we were just, as disciples and followers, we were looking. And the man said, he did like this. So they opened the bag. That was the first time I saw money inside Ghana must go. They load that. As he opened now. And he said to Apostle, you see what in there? He says, Lord, he said, I will give it to God if God can heal me. You see, business approach. Why not give it to God first? And wait for the healing. No, God should heal me first before I will now heal me. God should give me a husband first before I will now serve him. You are a businessman, you are a businesswoman. You don't love God, you are serving for business. You came for what you can get. Because business is all about what? What can I get? What can I get? God should give me a child before I can bless him. God doesn't work that way. And the man of God laid hands on him and God said to him, stop. This man actually has HIV. When he got the HIV, when he knew he had it, he made up his mind to infect ladies with it. And so because he had money, he can just, those slave queens, they like money. Just wave 500,000. Okay, no problem. Slept with close to 126 ladies. Infected them. Papa said to me, also you will die in this sickness. And angrily said, go see the pastor, let's go to another pastor that will collect. Trust me, there are pastors that will collect and pray. Finally went to another church. And the pastor prayed, collected the money. I said, go with me. And the thing was growing worse. And the man came back to that church, destroyed. Some people are heartless. Destroy the church from up to down. So you don't chop money, your God don't do anything. Approach God with a love mentality, not a business mindset. You are not doing business serving God. Am I talking to you?
Yes, sir.
You can lose anything one day. That's your beauty. That you feel you are too beautiful and you don't want to allow the boys in church to rest. One encounter with acid can put an end to it. Have you not seen girls in church? They call for offering. And the way they are coming out to give offering is so annoying and yeyetic. That's how they are shaking. Offering. Waiting concern. Offering. Concern. And they will not give. They will not show themselves. And they are shaking. Walk away. Can't you walk away? Sir, you don't understand. You know, in this generation, you have to add some things to make. God said in the book of Hosea, I will shake the earth. The shaking God said will shake is not enough for you. You now add your own shaking. Sometimes the way we dress to church is not good. It's decent. Am I talking to you? Especially the ladies. Stop quarreling over what you actually cost. Am I talking to you? I was talking to one of my daughters. I don't do. Dress well, be dressing well. Be dressing well. Normally she's beautiful, but when you now add some kind of dressing, who else won't let you rest? Am I talking to somebody?
Yes, sir.
They won't let you rest. There are some things that naturally attract men. Some men, sorry. There are things that actually attract some men. But you know, some men are men. Anything on skirt, they follow. If you wear a goat skirt now, they will still follow. Until you call them and tell them, "Now goat. Stand up on your feet, sir. And please, don't come to church and look for God for women. Come to church and look for God. Church is not a place. It's not a club. If you are enemy of my daughter here, come and see the Father. That is how we know you are genuine. It is only a man that wants to chop and run that follows back here. I say, you know. I don't like public relations. I don't want anybody to know. Let's keep it private. Evil man. Your bad assignment. No, your father will not be monitoring us. No, I don't like that. We have grown past. Don't not grow above laws, rules. You have to help your life. Especially my daughters that are doing secret relationships. I don't know who you are dating. So if you lost tomorrow, I can't find you. Any boy that tell you keep quiet, don't tell anybody. That person has no future for you. No future. Are you ready to pray? Thank you, Father. Lift your hands above heaven. We're going to pray. We're going to ask God for mercy. Father, in any way I have disappointed you, show me mercy. In any way I have disappointed you, show me mercy. Open your mouth and take prayer.
In any way I've failed you, Jesus.
Look with pity upon me. This that time, return for mercy. Let me not intercede again. God of mercy. In Jesus' name. Why am I hearing something like Toku Wolabi Wisi Toku Wolabi. So I know I come. Is that anyone like that? Yes. Toku Wolabi Wisi. What? Toku Wolabi Wisi. Toku Wolabi Wisi. I tried. Have we talked before?
Sorry?
Have we spoken?
No.
But not talk one-on-one.
No.
Maybe on WhatsApp.
And I just write something down yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Come on.
Prayer request.
Stand up. Open your two hands. What do you have to do with something like Lubinda?
That's my surname.
What?
That's my surname.
Surname. Tama.
Yes, sir.
I cancel tears in your family. If I happen to see the family crying over something like Mookie,
It's my sister.
who is that?
My sister.
Where is she?
In London.
In London.
Yes, sir.
There is a conversation going on between her and someone she has not met before. And this person she's having this conversation with actually have a bad plan for her. And they are supposed to meet in a club. They're supposed to meet in a club. Can you reach her now?
Yes.
Can you reach her? Okay. Ask her what I'm saying now. I want to confirm something. Can we take the next prayer? Thank you, Spirit of God. Look for 3 persons. We're going to pray prayer of agreement. We're going to take a prayer of agreement. You make my life so beautiful. And as you are made me. There's nothing greater than me. There's my love forevermore. You made my life so beautiful. Thank you. We're going to pray from Isaiah chapter 6 verse 1. He said the year that King Uzziah died, I don't know why God is taking me there. He said, I saw the Lord in the same year that King Uzziah died. Make friend with that person. Make friend with that person. If you're having a conflict with that person you're holding, settle with them. Settle with them. If the person you are holding is your enemy, settle, end the quarrel now. End the quarrel. Now, hold on to that. Let's take a prayer. Say after me, my Father, my Father.
My Father, my Father.
As I begin to pray now,
As I begin to pray now,
any man,
any man,
any woman, representing Uzziah in the life of my brother,
in the life of my brother,
as we pray in agreement,
as we pray in agreement,
we decree judgment.
we decree judgment,
We decree judgment.
we decree judgment.
Open your mouth and begin to pray.
In the life of my brother, in the life of my sister.
In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
That white lady, come. That white lady. Hello, can I talk to you? Come. How are you? How are you? Oh, you speak English? A little. Come. I've seen so many disappointments. So many disappointments. Where is Judah? What? I see so many disappointments. Even from people she. Events?
Yes, it's true.
Even from people that you never believe would disappoint you. I see in the spirit, I see someone alone and you are afraid. You live with fear. Someone, you understand? You live with fear. You are afraid. You're just afraid.
Yes.
God is saying I should tell you that He has stepped into your case. Your season has come.
Amen.
Your season has come. Your season has come.
Amen.
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 Sir, God says you to hold your phone on your hand. Hold your phone. Hold your phone on your hand. Hold your phone on your hand. I'm seeing a miracle come. Amen. But one of the problems I'm having with people is this. I've told you times without number that the man that prays for you is very, very licensed to ask from you. He's licensed to eat from you. Some of you, God bless you. You know, God they do things, oh mama.
Yes, sir.
But some they don't want to share the testimony because they don't want me to know that it has happened.
I know them, some of them, sir. Yes, sir.
Especially when it comes to money.
Yes, sir.
There's something that says if you eat it, no. She says on the phone. Mookie, I know I'm not good to talking. I just told you what to tell her. Ask her, confirm one or two things yourself. What I said now.
Okay.
Who is she having a conversation? I'm seeing conversation between her and strange person. Don't put that thing on the this. Talk to her yourself. I've already told you. Don't distract myself. Just go somewhere and tell her this was what the man of God said. And you come and tell me what happened. Can we take the next prayer?
Yes.
He said, I saw the Lord. When you spell the Lord, you have L-O-R-O-D, right? Yes, sir. L stands for liberation. That was what I was saying. There were so many things he meant when he said, I saw the Lord. But there was not too much time for him to share the testimony. Because he was actually sharing testimony. So in summary, he said, I saw the Lord. So L speaks of what? Liberation. You will pray, Father, under this function, let my family experience liberation.
Amen.
I hear family liberation for this service.
Amen.
Lift your right hand above your head. Say after me, my Father, my Maker.
My Father, my Maker.
As I begin to pray, concerning my family, let there be liberation. Via this service. Open your mouth and begin to pray.
My Father, my Maker. As I begin to pray,
Kate, where are you? Okay. Kate. Who the girl friend? The girl friend. I'm seeing them planning. They paid some boys to pour acid on your face. I just saw it like it's a lightning. They paid someone. Okay, how are you? Do you know anybody called Ernest? Ernest. Every disaster prepared for my life and my family. Every disaster. Every disaster. Every disaster. Every disaster. Every disaster. Every disaster.
He's supposed to attend a wedding party tonight. She doesn't know the people. They're friends of friends.
How? Have I spoken to this person?
No.
Does she know me?
No.
Have you told me about her?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Have you told me your name?
No, sir.
Or your husband told me? Where's your husband? You told me your wife's name. Eh? Are you sure? Will they arrange it?
Professor.
I decree she shall escape. I see God wants to honor your family this year. I see honor locating your family this year. He said, I saw the Lord. And the next thing he said was O. I mean, L-O. O stands for opportunity. It stands for what? Opportunity. All you need to step into the realm and level of prosperity is opportunity.
Yes, sir.
One opportunity from God can change your life forever. Yes, Father, this month, give me the opportunity to experience prosperity. Amen. Can you take that next prayer?
Yes, sir.
Give me what?
Opportunity
To experience
prosperity.
You will not put your hand, because as you are taking this prayer, God is going to drop something in that hands of yours.
Amen.
Say with me, oh God of Apostle Joseph Suleiman.
Oh God of Apostle Joseph Suleiman.
As I begin to pray,
As I begin to pray
in this month of August,
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 give me the opportunity
give me the opportunity
to experience prosperity.
prosperity.
Open your mouth and
Give me opportunity. Give me an opportunity to experience prosperity. To experience divine prosperity. Give me opportunity to experience prosperity.
service. God is saying to my right ears that matter, I don't know what matter it is. He said that matter is settled.
Amen.
I don't know, there's someone here. You are a guy. You are HIV positive. You are HIV positive. Wherever you are, the hand of God is touching you now.
Amen.
That HIV disappears now.
Amen.
I feel strange healing grace. Stretch forth your hands, everybody. Place your hand wherever that sickness, that infirmity is. Place your hand there. I just feel a strange oil for healing. Father, your word says that at the mention of your name, every knee. Let the healing grace touch them.
Amen.
Touch them.
Amen.
Make them whole now.
Amen.
Make them whole now.
Amen.
Somebody shout Jesus 3 times.
Jesus! Jesus! Jesus!
Begin to check yourself. Begin to check yourself. Share your testimonies right now. You just discovered that you have been healed. Let Brother Tango know now, and I want to hear what just happened. Because God just told me, it's done. It's done.
Amen.
It's done.
Amen.
It's done.
Amen.
It's done.
Amen.
That appendix is gone.
Amen.
Sugar diabetes is gone.
Amen.
Liver problem is gone.
Amen.
That migraine is gone.
Amen.
Check yourself. Check yourself. Go into the crowd. Something is happening. I want to hear your testimony.